Yes, he's really good with music.
First of all, what does he do?
He's a banker. He's a chartered banker, chartered accountant. He's a doctor of economics. Yes. So he does a lot of consulting jobs. I mean, he's opened a lot of banks and branches in Lagos. He's quite an intelligent person. And he's also an entertainment executive. He's labeled as people like Ice Prince, Come On, D'banj in the past. They were part of signing of Tiwa Savage and all that to Maven Group. He used to manage a whole Maven Group. Yes. So he was one of the founders.
So he has a background.
He does, yes.
Great background in music.
He's actually got very good music ears.
Wow.
He's got, yes.
So what did he say about the song?
He likes it. He thinks it's quite different. It's a very different Becca. And he encouraged me to go out. He always just encourages me to go out and do whatever I want to do.
What does he criticize you?
Well, he's the sort of person that when I do music and he comes in there and he thinks that I need to change things, he will tell me a million times. He will tell me this is not good. I have to record a million times. Sometimes when he's coming to the studio, I just tell them that I don't want him there. I really don't. Because the worst thing is having your husband in the studio, seeing every mistake you're making. Sometimes it feels like, please just leave me. But he's got ears. And in the long run, when I listen, I realize that, oh my God, what he said made a lot of sense. So he's always making sure that, he says, well, I'll be one of the people out there listening to you. So if I'm telling you don't want to listen, it's your business. So, so all the time. So it helps you, it just keeps you on your toes as well. And it's very supportive of my music as well. That makes me a very, very lucky woman, honestly. Because I know how men could be when you're doing music, sometimes even shooting videos, I know how it could be, but he's quite supportive. Doesn't
he complain when he sees you and some guy in the music video and, the touching stuff? Well,
No. I know my limits,
Trouble come, man. You see trouble coming.
Partyspoiler.com.
And they can't spoil your party. I was waiting for them.
I know my limits, I think that for everybody, for a woman, whether you're married or you're not married, you'd have to know your limits, certainly, because of who we're created and how we're created. And so now that you're married, as much as there's no pushing around, you just have to do whatever you want to do, and everything. I know when I'm going too far. I know when I have to back out and everything, but he doesn't have a problem at all with me. He's like, please do your thing. Just go ahead and do your thing, I think it's just an understanding of what you do. And yes, idea mean to me in Yemejuma at all.
Sadiq, it's good today. You are not sitting. Once you are standing.
Sadiq is here. I didn't see you.
You didn't see the tallest man in the building.
I didn't see you.
Okay, Sadiq, can you come in with your Alaji? All right, good. Please be brief. I think I need to emphasize on that.
For me, everybody knows on these shows that I've been very big about artists getting involved in social impact projects. So everybody knows that I'm very particular about artists getting involved in social impact projects and running campaigns. And so often when artists get here, I get to ask about, some of the campaigns they're working on or certain peculiar stuff. Needed to know from you what you think of, as a very respectable female artist, what you think of child marriages, and if you know about statutory rape, for instance, what you make of child marriages and statutory rape, and if it's something that as an artist you would want to take up to champion.
Okay, as an artist, it's not something I've delved into. However, I have a bit of knowledge about it, and I know, the importance of us discussing this. Not to offend anybody, especially coming from the Muslim community, I understand that even before some children are, at the age of 9, 10, they're already married. I personally do not, second to it at all, because I believe that a child needs to grow to a certain point where they're adult enough to decide on what they want to do. Not everybody's even cut to get married. Forcing a child into getting married, first of all, is wrong. I also believe that people have to mature, get to a certain point where they know that, okay, this is right from wrong. When you throw a child or a girl who is very young into getting married to somebody, first of all, already going into bed with a person, I feel like it's rape. For me, I think it's rape automatically, because I don't think any child at that age, at 11 or 12, would understand, the institute of marriage, and what it comes with, and how to even understand what it is to cater for a man. They already, children who probably just are in their probably not even have their menstruations yet, or are just getting to have their menstruation. That is why for me, I've actually embarked on a project where I'm actually going into schools and talking about menstrual hygiene, educating girls on menstrual hygiene, because you realize that a lot of people nowadays, menstruation is a taboo. People don't talk about it in schools, and that's something I'm championing in. People don't talk about menstruation in schools. So in 2007, I educated over, let's say, 11,000 students, both in Accra, Kumasi, on the importance of keeping themselves hygienic, and the importance of menstrual hygiene practices, making sure they are good, because it all results in the end to maternal mortality and things like ovarian cancers and all that when they don't take care of themselves. And so that's what I'm championing. That's what I know that I want to make sure people, girls, are educated. When you go to schools as well, you see that there's not even proper sanitation places. There's no toilets there. How do girls even go to school? And that is why, because initially what I wanted to do is I wanted to pay for girls to go to school. And then I thought about it. I said, why am I paying for girls to go to school when there's a fundamental problem? So when I was searching, I realized that one of the main problems was because at the time of the month, girls don't want to even go to school because first of all, they're shy. It's like a taboo. They don't know what to do. They have male teachers sometimes who they don't even know how to say, I want to go into the bathroom. And also when you go there, they do not have proper toilets. They don't have it. Sometimes it's just one and they have to walk all the way and go in queue. So girls were staying home, let's say 7 times in a month. They were staying home because they didn't want to go to school because we're shy of this. I'm championing for that. Again, I don't second for child marriages at all. I don't second at all. I have not delved into it to search on other things, but I believe people think it's culture and it's religion, and so they do it. And a lot of things are covered. They use a lot of things to cover it. And for me, I don't think that now that I'm a mother, I don't think I'll be delighted to know that my child, who is barely a teenager, has been forced into marriage. I feel like it's a campaign I can definitely embark on, that no child marriages. We should not encourage people to marry children. Look at the word children, not even
sexually engaged
young girls. They do not understand these things. Even adults, sometimes you don't even understand their sexuality. How much more a child who does not know anything? Is definitely what you call rape. People think rape is just pinning somebody down and sitting on them and penetrating them. That is not what you call rape. Rape is when that's part of rape, but rape is also when somebody is not consensual. They do not want it, but however, they just have to lay down for you to just do it. And I personally believe that is not appropriate. And so inviting all of you, if we must campaign, we must all go out to make sure this is stopped. I think we should all do it. It's not just in Ghana.
When you meet a man that has engaged in statutory rape,
yes,
somebody that has probably slept with somebody below consenting age, consenting age.
Mm-hmm.
Consenting age here is say 18.
Yeah.
So below a consenting age, that's statutory rape.
Yes.
What would you tell such a person if you happen to be there for somebody that has slept with somebody that's below a particular age that probably has led to childbirth? What would you tell the person?
You're sleeping with your daughter.
And that's
imagine
bad, right?
sleeping with your daughter.
That's bad.
That's bad. Just imagine it's your daughter you're sleeping with. That's all.
Okay.
And when you think about that and you can sleep, then you're a monster.
Obviously, because 15-year-olds or 16-year-olds aren't in a good place to take care of babies
at all.
Okay, that's fine.
Kwesi, please come in.
Partyspoiler.com. It's amazing. When I saw that we having Becca on this platform, I was very excited.
All right.
Amazing. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's the word.
I was very excited. Why I was excited is that the Becca that I know, work with her for almost like 6 years. I know the kind of person that she is. So when you wake up one morning, you see a whole lot of things going on social media, I get a bit down, because I know the two people that are involved. I know Becca's mom, I know herself as an individual. Personally, on this platform, I want to ask my lady, what exactly has gone wrong with Lady and Mommy? What exactly is the issue?
Well, I mean, thank you for that question, Ernest. You're the only one that can ask me that question because you've known me for a while and you know the sort of person that I am. And I think that if anybody knows who I am, they'll know that I'm not
That's a very emotional question.
It's emotional.
I think you probably need to give extra language.
No, it's supposed to be so because we need to end this matter.
It's okay. Allow her to talk.
But she has the right to determine.
Please.
No,
I mean, it's my. What I was gonna actually say is that the woman in question is my mother. Do you understand? And I would never, under any circumstance, sit on any platform to talk about my mother. I love my mom so much. Anybody that knows me knows that I would love somebody who is not even my mother, and so I love her so much. I don't think it's even appropriate to even have a discussion about her on this platform. I would like everybody to respect her at this time. I know this is a family matter, and it's definitely going to be solved at home, and that's one thing I want to say.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Positive. Hits 103.8, Kwesi. Yeah.
I beg you, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Seriously, I wanted to say something, not in regards to the mother issue, but those insulting the mother. In fact, Andy,
you guys got Becca crying.
No, I'm not going to talk to Becca. Let me talk to those I've heard insulting her mom. I think these guys are very stupid.
Oh
no! Andy, I'm a parent.
No, I understand, but
I'm a parent. No,
please.
You see, she says she's now a mother.
No, please, but yeah, you are. I understand you.
You have to allow me to pour my passion, Andy. Because look, Andy,
whoa, please,
the way you love and you love Becca, we equally love her the same.
Same way.
Allow me to pour my passion on those people.
Will you listen to me, please? With due respect, please.
No, I know. I mean, saying stupid on radio is not a vulgar.
No, please.
Social media is that bad.
I'm not saying anything.
Please, gentlemen. I think I'm too soft here.
Let me polish my word. Let me polish my word. You allow me to.
I'm being too hard.
Yeah.
Andy,
no.
Allow me to polish.
He will retract what he said, but he has let him finish.
I'm not asking him to retract it. So please listen.
Let me polish it.
What I'm saying is,
Yes.
we all know logic and how straightforward he is. But what I'm saying is that he should tone down on the language. That's all.
I hear you.
So that's tone down. That's what I'm saying. Tone down.
Accept it.
Thank you.
See, I don't know why people will, derive happiness or joy in insulting other people's parents. For example, if Yas Schwarzenegger did the same, she was insulting Becca's mom. My bone is whether Becca's mom is wrong or right, she is her mom, and I'm not sure if Fia will allow Becca to insult her mom.
Exactly.
Or even Councillor Lutrot. He was doing the same on TV Africa.
Oh, really?
Yes. You see, the reason why I cannot really flow is because you have reduced my temperature. That's why I can't even pour out anymore, because I was really heated. I don't know why. That is the reason why this whole thing is so loud. The insults on the woman. So if you don't allow me to go extreme, then let me just end it here. Yes, because the things I'm not going to insult, but the things I want to say, if I'm not allowed to say it, let me just.
I'm not stopping you from saying anything.
Yeah, because it is improper and on.
Then again, you can also not.
You can't knock him out.
I mean, why you? No, it's not opinion. Why would a Fia Schwarzenegger say that Ghana is waiting for a verdict on Becca's mom? Who is a Fia Schwarzenegger? Who is a Fia Schwarzenegger to come and tell us that we are waiting for her verdict on Becca's mom issue, and then she'll come and insult the lady and show us videos? Charlie, some of us, we are not really that close to Becca's family, but we understand the issues in families. You understand? So some people should not take it as a way to reclaim a hype on their brand, as in to insult people's parents. It's because of a fear, Councillor Lutrot and few other celebrities who are giving thumbs for this whole family issues going on. Yes.
And Councillor Lutrot is he a celebrity?
I mean, he's a personality. He's
allow him to.
He's a personality. So for me, I want to tell Becca that she's a mom. And she's a mom now. She knows what it takes to go through labor and contractions. If you've been to labor room and you are waiting for contractions, then you understand what women go through. They will say contractions should open till about 10. Then the woman is crying and she's like too opened. Then you are kind of imagining what will happen. CS or death or whatever. Mothers go through a lot, and the only thing I can say for here that the only thing that God respect, the only reason why God is birth and death. If not for birth and death, God can be copied easily. if not for birth and death, God can be copied easily. It's because we have to give birth to allow creation to go on, and because we have to die to make God wonderful. That is why God is God. So if a first as nigga will sit down there and spill out all this trash about Becca's mom, I think it's not something to laugh about. That's what I want to say.
All right, thank you very much. I think yes, Kwesi. Kwesi, you've spoken already.
Yeah, just a second that I'm adding up to. Melody, I've heard of your new album single that is coming up. I just want to quickly find out on what label are we releasing that? Is it on the Xylo?
On my own label.
Or Becca Africa?
It's Becca label.
Becca label.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so meaning that xylophone deal is over.
Yeah,
you see, the reason I always want you to come on time. We've discussed this already. Yeah. Right. Guys, you guys like meetings,
because we have to deal with some of the issues here.
Okay, right. So well, I want you to clear this for me. What's your relationship with your mother?
We're quite cordial. I mean, if anybody knows I have two mothers, just to clarify that Ennis knows.
No man is born of two mothers.
Yeah, well, I do. I do. I'm lucky to have two mothers who are all amazing, beautiful.
Guys, please allow me to host this program. It's too much.
Who are all amazing. Relationship with my mother is cordial. It's absolutely cordial. There's to my understanding, it's cordial. There's no you're here saying, I think so be if you enjoy. There's no family that doesn't have your own issues. It's unfortunate I'm a public figure, and so anything that comes out becomes a lot of fire, but I think that if you're going to ask me to be sincere with you, my mom is someone that I'm not going to sit here and disrespect or criticize in any way, because just like you keep saying, it's my birth mother, and so there's certain things you might just be quiet, and just make sure that because maybe a free banner. So so in the crow now you're crying in tea. It was okay. So now you me on what's your tea. I love my mom. Honestly, I do. Yeah, I think she knows I do. It's unfortunate that things have to come on the platform like that, which it's kind of sad. But
have you spoken to her afterwards?
We haven't had the chance to talk yet. But we definitely will. I know we will.
Don't break it.
I know we will, Auntie.
Please, whatever the situation, find a perfect way to deal with it. You've grown a very good brand, over the period, and I think it will be appropriate to settle this. Our culture requires peace. We are hospitable people, beautiful and respectful people.
Always.
So I think it would be appropriate if you find a proper way of settling this. And then you have a new song out, and let's all pray to God that these things may not cross paths.
They won't. I believe. I mean, not to sit here and sound like I'm creepy. Do you understand? But when sometimes I believe in life, when things happen, it happens for a reason and for a purpose. This show was planned before this happened, wasn't it? I already called and I said, I'm releasing a new song. I want an interview. So. When it came, everything was unexpected. However, I believe that, everything under the universe is protected by something, and there's a force. And God himself has a reason and a purpose why things is happening this way. Definitely, certain things are going to be resolved. Everybody out there has their own opinion about things. People are hurt about things that were spoken out about me. Others are hurt because they know the situation. Others are hurt because they know the situation. And everybody out there has their own opinion about how things should be done. However, people will never know what the story is behind everything. And that is what is not for them. That is what is for family to deal with at home. Like I keep saying, it's unfortunate that, these things had to come out that was not supposed to come out at all. But when mistakes are done, you don't topple it up with another mistake. And that is why I'm not going to open my mouth to say anything. What I say, no matter what I do, no, on the woman, on the nye me woman, inti minti minja be anya day, ain't gonna even feel or talk about her or disrespect her. And so, like the saying is, you just leave things for God to do. You just leave things for family so that we can solve it at home.
A few days ago, something came up mentioning Stacey and Ochame Kofi. She used to work with you.
Yes, she did.
What's your relationship with Stacey now?
Stacey's family. She didn't just used to work with me. Stacey's family from my father's side. It's that kind of family, the way you guys grow up together. You know each other very, very well. You know each other's families very, very well. Yeah, and that's what it is.
So how does she appear in this whole mess?
I don't think she said anything. I think what happened was that it was just a comment that was made in that everybody, especially some people that know me, feel like they should just say something. You know what I mean? However, she's my big sister. I know how much she would want to rant and rave and speak certain things that she feels is the truth. But I've spoken to her and everything is fine now. I mean, I appreciate everybody who's come out there to support me. Some support might come out as not appropriate because of speaking to my mother. And so apologies to my mother wherever she is, you know. And also I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who believes that they should support me. I know how you feel, but at this point I just want us to all hold our peace and just leave God to do his own thing.
That's it.
All right, folks. So, well, more tweets. We are about ending the interview. Official slide says, and I want the Don to look at Becca and tell her exactly what he said on the show a few days ago when someone commented and bet on Toby leaving her after spending her money. And you, the Don, said, yes, I've also bet this is going to happen. I know he's going to defend it, but what he said is gone. Black Hyacinth said, Becca just won my admiration. Her response concerning issues with the mom shows she really mature and wise. She gets sense. Wow. Adevance Junior Fee says, hello, Andy Dusty. Tell Logic to keep quiet. He should go home. People insult Becca's mom because of what they read on the net. So why wouldn't you allow her to clear the air now? Askona John Sakrodi and Andy Dusty, I love Mr. Logic. Okay. Kelly Polypo Sadiq, I get where you are going with your line of questions. Only the Don can decode them. Evans Junior Fee comes back and says, Andy Dusty, what's Ashley saying? They shouldn't discuss about Becca's mom issue. He must be joking. We should allow her name being dragged in the mud. What's wrong if she clears the air once and for all? Please tell Ashley to go home and come to her. Why are you guys driving my people away? Someone must go home. Okay. Eagle Eye 7 says, wow. Sadiq is smart, eh? His line of questions is full of diabol. Only diabol people can sense this. Because be honest, why this question cry? You make Becca cry. Kelly Polibo says, and it does the people are not happy with you this morning. They think Becca directed you on what to ask her and what not to ask. Try to explain to them, but I Jim is yes. Now what if she told me not to discuss her mom? Which right do you have?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's about time we learn. No? People don't just, let's not just sit out there and conjecture.
I think you know, we need to be clear. Look, as a celebrity, look, Becca is a musician, right? She is out there giving us great music. It is not her responsibility to divulge every aspect of her life. She's there. She has a brand. It's a product that she is putting out there for us to all enjoy. You know, so it's not automatically assumed that we have to know absolutely everything that's going on about her or any other celebrity. At least let them have some privacy. Some aspects of their lives should be private to them and their families. So I think as the general public, we should try and respect them for who they are, for the entertainment they're giving us, you know, and allow them to you know, contain some part of their lives and keep it private. It's very, very important.
And another thing I need to put out is if any artist goes for an interview professionally, she can even send you her line of questions that these are the questions I want you to ask me. Please don't ask this. Don't ask that. A few days ago, when Kim Promise was coming here, what they made sure that there were certain questions we shouldn't ask, and you just don't go bring someone in your studio and then you intimidate or you try to harass the person. When the questions are needed, ask. But even if she, yes, that's the interview. If she doesn't want to go there, please don't go there. She can even sue you. If she tells you not to go there and you insist on going there.
That we make interview look like Supreme Court. Because we make interview look like Supreme Court because because the issue is that we don't even want to know the positive aspect of the individual. Exactly. All that we care about is the negative. Yeah. What we call the news and the news. Hey, but if we destroy every celebrity, who will be the celebrity?
Well, but at the end of the day, this is hate FM. It's entertainment. It's got nothing to do with people's private lives.
I don't care whether it goes to the private rush, but for educational purposes, I mean, people must know. I mean, listen how Sadiq put out the question. Brilliant. Do you understand? Although she knew where he was going, we all knew where he was going, but I mean, you need to get deeper to understand where the question was coming from. Do you understand? Please, let's not just sit out there And I mean, and then go and check. I'm very sure people have started insulting us already.
Oh yeah.
And then it's not.
Sadiq is really smart.
So what?
Very, very smart. I got everything you're trying to ask. I said, you're very smart.
All right, so we are done. We're done.
And
Thank you very much for
say
coming.
one other thing. I know that like I kept saying, a lot of people have been through a lot of hurt. The person that I didn't mention is also my father, you know, and my stepmom who's at home also. I'm sure she's listening. I've spoken about my mom and let them know how much I love her. I also just want to tell my dad. I know I've dragged them into a lot of things, being their daughter, being a celebrity. It's a fortunate and unfortunate thing that sometimes all this goes silent. So to daddy and mommy out there, they know themselves the champions. We call ourselves a me-cham. I just want to tell them that, and you know, I love them also. You know, there's nothing as beautiful as a family. Everybody coming together and all of us being one. You know, and you know, a lot of people also have a different perception and ashes, you know, logic about who my husband is. Honestly, if you've met him, you understand the kind of person he is. He's a very decent and respectful person. He might be Nigerian, you know, but I think all Nigerians are not as they say they are. It's the same way not all Ghanaians are who they are. And that is something I feel like if we're not careful, we always try to start a war, you know, amongst culture and religions and countries. You know, some Nigerians may be good, some may not be good. But I just leave people to, you know, maybe someday meet who he is, the kind of person that he is, and know who he is. He's quite very responsible.
Can I get a one-on-one interview with him?
we can talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, the other time I wanted to tell him that, look, I need you. But my producer is a super. Why is one?
He's you need to.
No, he's a very nice guy. I mean, I was in a meeting.
Like you should meet him.
I was in a meeting. Where
his personality
he was there.
And who he is. He's very responsible and respectful, you know. And but sometimes Oko Kasimbia, Nebia, Achia, but or you're very, very respectful. Ushiana, physically now very intelligent, very cordial.
Incident when we went to the xylophone thing. And
xylophone thing? What is thing?
The xylophone invasion in Nigeria. And I was so furious. Like, they had put the Nigerians in a room. And then the Ghanaians were in a different. And if you go to the Nigerians' room, everything was there. Champagne, plenty things. If you come out there, pure water. We're a ball. Yeah, me, Willie Roy, and I was on top of my anger level. But Toby took the issue like he's talking like when you go out, he said, calm down, it's me and you, let's talk, don't worry. Then he talk to you. He said, you want champagne? Then he go and bring him champagne. He toned me down and I became a fool.
By the time I realized the champagne, everything
they want you to find. What do you define? What are you looking for? You want a car? Should we buy you a car? The most important thing is calm down, let's play the show. After the show, we'll solve problems. And that's the kind of guy he is. I know him small, so I mean, you go come, you go see him.
I've met him. I was, as I said, I was in a meeting and he chanced on us. You understand? I was in a meeting and he chanced on us, and I spent about 20 minutes. He got in very late anyway, and we had a discussion. And I stood there, I was just watching him. Just at the tail end of the meeting, and we're having a discussion. He was asking me about my relationship with other Nigerian presenters and all, and it was my. I think it's a super cool guy.
Yeah, I think I was in the bank.
Can you please get him?
I was in the bank when the issue was being discussed on radio. Then this guy in the crowd said, Becca pa, Ghana for me pa. I think Ghanaians are jealous. The men are jealous. The guy said in the bank, pa. Ghana for me you know how many times Becca has been around this country? I mean, you guys have been around. We've been going to Nigeria front and back. I think the moment to fall, that's what the guy was saying in the back.
Well, thank you very much for coming. I wish you all the very best. God bless you. And congratulations on the new song. So this coming on an album or is just a single?
It's a single. Well, my album is actually out in September, thereabouts.
Right.